the game. Game 2, Ghost Frogs with the Leica draft. Let's see if they can get a clean 2-0, because that's what T wants to see. T wants this team to play clean. So he has good hopes for them going into the qualifiers for the International. On the other side, I just want to see Hippomaniacs bring the draft together. Execute it, even if they don't win.
That's fair.
Show us that you can.
Smoke immediately is going to pop over onto Peck. At the Boundless, level 1. Nice stroke of fate, though. Followed up with the Burrow Strike from Milan to Peck. He's a big tanky lad, but the body blocks are coming out en masse, and this is looking like it's going to be our first blood.
Oh, it goes to the way of the position 5-2 J4, stealing it away from his team. Do that in your pubs, guys. If you have the opportunity to support, take it from your cores. They farm, you don't. Early goal feels good on you.
Yes, let's not give it to the mid laner who can, you know, secure up his lane or anything like that.
Buy a null, J4. You've got the money now. Or a Bassi.
Bassi is always good.
Always good.
Should be able to...
Is he going to D-word it? I mean, he probably is. Don't want to give that free money away.
J4, though, perhaps has stuck around a little bit too long. Boundless comes out. The Wolves are going to snack away. And Muffy really wants to just catch up here to J4. They're mad about that first blood. He goes, he burns the fairy fire, and he does eventually fall to Curry's poison.
Sorry.
Death! Wow!
It was kind of imminent, and I made it seem like it was so close.
Could have lived. Could you do that now from every kill?
Okay, I'll give it my best shot.
It's like a 78 kill game. You're like,
out of breath. Out of breath by the end of this game for sure. It's that 1v1. All right.
The key thing is, Ghost Frogs did do, as mentioned, they do swap up the lanes. They put the Lycan into the mid. They put MTD into the safe lane. This is just, you know, logically the best move to be made. Gives them a game for both the lanes.
We do have that Bassi picks up for J4 already, so gonna be able to get a bit more mana regen to the lane. Always very, very nice for you and your core.
One of the more unconventional things will be Milan in this top lane, playing the Sanking. He's going to be... It's a difficult one for Force 4 because you don't normally get to sit in the lane. You're not really utilizing much other than you're playing off your Burrow Strike and manipulating the creep wave in equilibrium.
Muff is ticking down a little low here. Has to be careful.
It's a double melee lane into an AA Monkey King. If you overstep your mark, it's the Cold Feet, it's the Jingu, it's the Boundless Strike. It's a lot of pressure.
It's death.
Yes. Ooh. Doing the soundboard for you there, Shiva. Thank you. Don't worry, I got you.
Oh, that's what we need for next season. Courier, though, does fall. But Cold Feet proc coming out. They've got the Jingu. This is looking like a dead muff. Yep, there it is. I want Shiva just saying death or something like that on the soundboard.
How many times can we spam that? The face you had to pull to get that sound
that was
or something.
Great.
I really wish they could have seen that. Oh.
Sorry.
Wow. That was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
It's a good thing nobody had that recorded.
We'll always have this memory, guys. The day that Shiva made the ooh face.
I can never copy that either.
Burrow Strike forward, just putting a little bit of pressure here on Mambos.
Yeah, nice thing.
Plenty of armor though, this lad.
Yeah, Mambos will be under a little bit of pressure just because of overwhelming odds in Burrow Strike, but he should be pretty happy. I think the nice thing that Ghost Frogs did in this bot lane, they actually used a sentry to block their own hard camp. So against this double melee, they were never under the pressure of maybe a pull. So the lane will always be in their side in this in the bot side. But again, same thing from land top. He's chilling. But yeah, this is the situation. Tipek, because of this block camp, he needs to pull the wave himself. J4 was able to get some right clicks off. MTD was a little bit slow connecting the wave. In these scenarios, often what the carry will do, he'll grab the enemy wave, connect it with the off lane, and then we'll see the lane shift from here into the jungle. But instead, he runs it around, ring around the Rosie. He now has a kind of a triple wave to some degree with the range creeps.
Yeah.
Getting all these deniers. Yeah, Tipek is kind of mode sacrifice now. Going again. Yeah, his only play now is to, every time he can, grab a wave and go.
Moff is getting aggressive over here in this mid lane. Viper playing a bit tight to the tower. Tipek just having to walk away from J4. Like getting bullied. We'll grab the creep wave. Be careful though.
I would love to see MTD after this creep wave go for a point in his spring so that when Tipek makes these plays, he can quickly jump up on the tree and then connect with the AA to apply that pressure. Because this clockwork, he cannot do anything to mid lane. This is a Lycan who he cannot gank. So yeah, it's all about MTD and J4 kind of getting the most out of this free farm bot lane, getting kills as well. And it will make Muff feel bad, it will make Tipek feel bad. Again, the saving grace for Hippomaniacs is the fact they have this Viper mid who will be free farming. We've seen Noob as well in the low division on level up, how he just, maximum efficiency with this Viper, farming both the jungle and the lane. As you see here, he's making the stacks, rotating in, getting the water in bottom, trying to emulate that style of efficiency.
He's not really able to slow down this Lycan though.
No, yeah, but that's because Lycan is a hero that has good regen, and that's why they picked the hero, because they're expecting it to maybe be the off-lane Viper. He can play into that lane, but when it goes to mid as well, he's one of the few heroes that can somewhat body. Yeah, Mambo's doing a good job top.
Got the burrow strike though.
Pokes his head up and instantly like, oh, sorry, this is not my jungle. Forgive me. Let me walk back to my side of the map.
Took a wrong turn, that happens.
We get to see Tipek going for round 4 of creep wave shenanigans. J4 now the bodyguard of this this area.
It feels like they should be able, like with Muff and Tipek, they should be able to put more pressure on J4.
Yeah.
Especially when you see the way that MTD is playing, in this lane.
Well, the issue is now, because MTD is level 4, he has that spring, he can always jump in as well.
Right.
So it's kind of a bit of a bait where if you do go on J4, Monkey King's involved as well. Sand King's not really doing much top, so he could maybe TP in as well.
Oh, they're trying to make the play on Toby. They have it. Yes,
Okay,
he is going to go down.
That's a nice kill. The product of having a kind of a melee here in this type of lane, it's all about the offlaner's independent. Milan, he's playing around the pools, he's playing around just kind of stopping the support, doing the natural supporting kind of notions.
Bottom lane, though, the Cogs do connect, and they have the break on the Monkey King. Muff is going to be able to help Curry get the kill.
Great rotation from the Viper. It was so necessary. I guess the interesting thing from Ghost Frogs from RB, will they TP heroes around and swap up the lanes? Because you saw Doom use his TP for mid, and there will potentially be lane swap advantage going to Ghost Frogs. Or actually no, they're just TPing him straight back into bot lane. All right. Oh, a nice ward as well in that bot lane. Hippomaniacs, their kind of way to recover from this game is by killing this off lane now. Viper moving down would be the key one.
Top laning, Swell connecting. Gonna try to slow down Toby just a little bit. I don't think they have quite enough damage. They have to be careful because Milan is just right there over in the river. In the bottom lane, though,
Clockwork actually goes down.
On Muff.
So yeah, the Viper actually went to walk to the secret shop to just kind of peruse, see what was up, and in that time Clockwork was able to fall.
An unfortunate death, but at the same time, I'm happy that this laning stage is seeming to be fairly even, which is all you can really wish for at the moment, right?
Yeah, the main thing is the Viper Doom lane swap, that was instrumental in recovering the laning phase. Like if they kept it as Viper mid, Doom bottom, we'd probably having a completely different narrative in like 2-3 minutes time, but because of this, it's unlocked the game a little bit more, where MTD, you see him spinning around in circles here. Unfortunately, Muff doesn't get the cog connection. That would have been a kill onto the Monkey King, but just simply the pressure being applied here is game winning.
Crystallis is down here though now. I don't think they were expecting this at all. Nope. Skull feed proc, and Crystallis gets the kill. J4 barely surviving here as Muff running for his life, but oh, look at this. The body blocks coming out from the illusions as well, trying to just hold Muff in place. He's going to be able to go and run away, but still doesn't feel good. This is just being chased around here.
Yeah, really nice move from Crystallis there. It helps as well that Hippomaniacs didn't have any vision going along the river to see that rotation. Are they going to turn this into a push as well?
I think so, yeah. They're down the bottom lane. Why not? Viper is coming back in, though. Muff's sitting a bit low. He does have some wards. Gets a couple bottle charges. Of course, the wolves do spot.
It's a bit early. Perhaps for Ghost Frogs to apply that pressure. They only had one set of wolves as well.
Yeah, especially when the Viper TPs and it's like, oh, okay, all right, we're sorry, forgive us. We don't have Lycan, we can't
We'll come
kill
back
you.
another time.
Exactly. Yeah, give it a minute and then we'll be back.
Make them sound like they're door-to-door salesmen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're in the middle of dinner. I'll come back later.
Yeah, that's kind of what Lycan is. He's situationally very annoying.
Man, that's a good thing in Dota.
Yeah.
You gotta be annoying to your enemy team.
Ooh, hello, Stacks.
It's like, can I farm the... No.
No, because the collapse is already happening here.
He's very fast, though.
He is.
Look at him go.
Indeed.
Radiant's bottom tower
Interesting, actually went for treads. Normally we see phase boots on Doom, phase into drum, you're playing on move speed, but this time he
He's
goes
got
for
phase.
treads.
Yes, phase.
What? Did he? Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah.
Oh my brain. Thank you. I was
They might have just been
I
switching
was worried.
between
Yeah, I was
do
so
that sometimes.
worried that he had treads. I was about to
Lycanus
rinse him.
treads.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. I was about to give Tipic a bit of a
You were trying to spin it
Okay,
the
MTD gonna get held in place here along with Crystallis. They don't quite manage to they get the
He's
Doom off. They
doomed.
just want to get rid of as fast as possible. As well, also falling now. Stalis has no way to cancel out these TPs, so Hippo's just back off.
teleportation is broken against some heroes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
One ultimate for 2 TPs. That does actually give some map pressure to Ghost Frogs because they know that both TP back to base, so pressuring side lanes might come into play. But realistically, it's all about the farm game right now, even for both teams. If Viper sits in lane, that's a dead lane for Ghost Frogs. That's why they're making moves in mid into top, because before Boots of Travel, they can't really do anything. And that's this one Lycanroc mid. You take away this mid tower, you instantly start looking towards top. And I like this smoke from Hippomaniacs. It's showing signs of being a bit more proactive. Everything so far has been laning phase driven. And it's the entry to mid game is what Hippomaniacs really need to have a good shot at. They need to start netting some kills. Because Viper, he has Boots of Travel. He can be present. And he is the key to getting into this game, unlocking space for Terrorblade to farm.
I actually was hoping that Viper would rotate with these supports.
Well, he can. He has the bots. Potentially, if they play in an area of proximity to towers, that's when he'll be there.
True. I guess I was thinking more like, just...
Get him in the smoke?
Yeah, get him in the smoke.
That's fair.
But that gank top doesn't quite work out here. We do have the Hood of Defiance completed now for Legion Commander. And Monkey is here. Ice Blast should be able to connect over to Sunny Muff. Nice play here trying to push away J4, but he ends up falling to MTD. Mambos is here. Curry also rotating. We talked about this reflection slowing down just a little bit, but they do manage to purge it off. Curry turns around the Viper Strike. He's going to try to put out some damage here on Legion Commander, but Toby fairly tanky as they're going to go in for the duel, and they should be able to collect some dual damage here for the Legion Commander.
That was a rough one, guys.
Well, you could see the idea behind Hippomaniacs. They were trying to play on the bot's Viper, but when their initial smoke connection doesn't lead to a hero, Viper doesn't want to TP in, they didn't linger for a little bit longer, and now Ghost Frogs are now the initiators, and because of that, you then add a couple extra seconds, and the key difference there is it's just numbers advantage. Like we see at the start of the fight, you got Monkey King and AA having this kind of non-committal engagement, playing off of Spring and Boundless Strike and AO, and by the time Viper even gets into the fight, both supports are dead. Like, imagine here if the cogs are connected, Monkey King was involved. Like, it's a matter of split seconds and having the right amount of heroes present. Like, they were so close to having the idea. It's just, yeah, again,
That's why I didn't...
couple seconds different.
That's why I wanted him in that smoke.
I guess the only difficult for that to occur is the position of their smoke. Both supports had already TP'd away and were running out from base. So getting Viper into the smoke as well, it's very clunky.
But they could also play bottom if they wanted. Ice Blast connecting over onto Mambos. Got the epicenter here. Mambos, he doesn't have any points of Thunder, so he is just going to die.
The speed Ghost Frogs play around the map right now, it's like they get a kill top, but they've already set up the next hero bottom with +1 TP. They're finding kills. So and like now they're already mid again. And this is what Hippomaniacs, they're trying to apply pressure.
Right. See that Monkey King's considering jumping back in here. Toby playing very aggressive. The hookshot does not connect here from Muff, so therefore that Inkswell will not connect either, and they'll go in for a dual quick one as MTD will take out Muff.
Winning everything right now in this Legion. Double jewels now, 20 damage. Living his best life.
At 12 minutes in, not bad at all.
He's also identified the type of damage coming out from Hippomaniacs. He's going for a very quick pipe. We haven't really seen this much on Legion, but I don't mind it, especially when the game's going so well and you're not the main kind of initiator. You are able to tank up, and yeah, I like this build. Remove Viper from the game. Without Viper, where's the damage? You have great lockdown with Inkswell, Hookshot, and Doom to some degree, but you don't have that kind of kill threat. So yeah, I like that.
So Hippomaniacs is playing for the Terrorblade, right?
100%,
That's
yeah.
like their end-all be-all win this game. How do you feel Mambos is doing timing-wise and farm-wise at the moment?
Look at his items. He's subscribed to farm. He's gone for Mask of Madness, Falcon Blade, going to Dragon Lance after that, and he will be able to actively join fights when he pretty much has Manta, plus most likely Scardy. That's going to be when he's going to be super happy. Maybe even a butterfly.
Looking at it, that's still about 25 minutes away? 20 minutes?
I'd say, yeah, about 15 or so minutes away. And that's why Hippomaniacs, with the proactive nature of that smoke beforehand, they need to do that again. Even though it didn't work the first time, they need to keep forcing Ghost Frogs to use Lycanol on their own side of the river. If they do that, it will prevent Ghost Frogs from looking at pressuring tier 2 objectives because they don't have the big Lycan ultimate. But yeah, no, he's mode farm, mode wait. But Terrorblade is the hero in this game that can do that though.
Muff is looking over here to spot out J4. Flare's gonna come out. We'll see the Monkey King. Immediately though, these TPs are coming out. They just can't seem to decide if they want to continue in. Ice Blast connecting. J4 is going to fall, but over on the back end, they go in for another duel. That's gonna be a dead Curry. Muff already following here. It's so much indecision.
Yeah, the clockwork needed to be the initiator there, and it is difficult when you're playing at a tier 1 without your carry. You're always playing 4v5, but that's the main thing. Like you said, it's if they get the flare, they need to go. They need to commit. They need to try and get the kill. I guess the difficulty is you're playing against really good counter initiation heroes. Ultimate, Monkey King Boundless Strike, Sand King Burrow Strike. All these spells will actively pressure under towers, and that's maybe why Hippomaniacs weren't so keen to really start that fight, because they were like, well, we haven't found the clean initiation, and if we dive, then suddenly they're going to just rinse us. So a second play from Hippomaniacs now in a row where they've not found the instant kill in open territory, so then they've had to look towards diving a little bit, and their lineup isn't the best for diving. It's about long kind of chip fights where Viper gets to right-click a lot, and the Clockwork is really just locking down the key targets. A lot of pressure on Clockwork in this game. But TB free farms.
That is the silver lining, of course, for the Hippos. You've got your space being made. You just have to be careful, though, because you don't want to feed too many times.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's why Hippomaniacs, as long as they keep forcing Lycanol to kill a support, then they'll be pretty happy.
Oh dear.
Curry dying in the river.
Yeah, the follow-up here should be a dead Viper. J4 gets himself another kill.
They might even look at Roshan now, because how close in proximity that was. But then I guess they don't have a solo crest. They don't have any of these minus armor heroes that we're so traditionally seeing right now in the patch. They actively look to fight once again.
A little bit short there on Muff. Stroke of Fate getting tossed out here by Sunny. Monkey King, though, oh, MTD, he wants this kill. Sunny throwing out the Inkswell, trying, he'll turn back in with a hook shot, and Inkswell doesn't quite connect. It was a nice idea.
Oh,
the duel comes out over on the back line here. They found themselves a duel victim. And down goes Sunny.
Yeah, I love this itemization on the Lycan. I think this is the new age build. I would love to see a lot more in the upper division as well. The Armlet, the Echo Saber, your hero that has good regen. Armlet is now very strong. Of course, maybe not an Enchantress, but still, it's the regen going from 50 to 40 just makes it just so much nicer to buy. And then, of course, with Echo Saber, you're a hero that does immense right-click during your ultimate. You cannot buy Necrobook anymore to give yourself presence. So having good right-click damage is key. So these are two of the cheapest items to get your early ultimates to have the maximum efficiency, maximum damage. Smoke up once again from Ghost Frogs. They always find a kill. They're trying to ping-pong around the map. But this time, Terrorblade, you see him on the minimap, he might be, sneaking into the enemy tri-camp, the Radiant tri-camp. And if this smoke breaks...
Too close, yeah.
Oh, did it break? No, they're looking for the Viper instead.
Well, the Ice Blast doesn't connect, but Milan sure does as they go, and they even drop the Monkey King ultimate just to make sure they can take out Curry.
That was a splendid 50-50, but Ghost Frogs use Scan to locate what hero was farming there, and they're like, oh, it has to be the TB, so they jump in thinking it's him. They find the Viper instead, just because between the two of them, one decided to go south, one decided to stay in place, and that's who died.
There's the Roche.
And yeah, and now, I said they had no minus armor, but of course with the Lycan and the How, that does actually mitigate that pretty much, because you have -7 armor when he activates that. Oh, okay. And again, this is a game where Hippomaniacs, that even though it's 17 for 5, they have just natural efficiency of gold with heroes like Terrorblade and Doom, because Terrorblade push out lanes with 0 committal with Illusion, and Doom, he has Devour, so. Kill score doesn't look too good, but net worth, easily one key fight around an objective could go their way. We are yet to see the double Doom. We are yet to see a strong Metamorphosis playing underneath the cushioning of your front line. And he's identified he can't farm forever, going for another BKB. Somewhat similar to game 1 on the Luna.
Yep.
Sunny get the stone. Did he give it to Sunny?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very much needed in this game.
Hippomaniacs now grouping up as 5. Not trying to play too much of the map, just trying to take a tier 2. Ghost Frogs with this confidence of an Aegis. They're pretty much farming everything. Farming in mid, pressuring top tower. Chrysalis, he's not messing around. A player that naturally is a bit more confident than others. This game, his itemization, he just wants to get a clean win.
MTD has got himself a haste rune over here. Hippos can't quite find the angle. Jump on this monkey, but they're positioned pretty aggressively over here in the woods. Trying to put some pressure down. Smoke comes out though on the side of Ghost Frogs. They're hunting.
They're trying to
But
flood.
look at this.
Yeah.
Crystals can just hit any building that he likes.
They're just trying to flood and push Hippomaniacs out of their own jungle.
Has fallen.
And they still have their own outpost and a tier 2 to TP to. So if they do find a hero here,
They
Lycan
see
is one of the
MTD.
heroes that can ultimate and get straight into the fight.
Oh no, the Grimstro.
Honestly, one of the best deaths here. Like, it wasn't
Sure,
a
if
Terrorblade.
someone's going to die, at least this is the 5.
Exactly. Get
Sure.
rid of a 5, and that's it.
You know, your Terrorblade continues to farm, at the very least.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's 2 dire wards right now in the Radiant jungle for Hippomaniacs. This is the key thing here. Does J4 prioritize dewarding this, or do they instantly go back to the dire side of the jungle? Because if these wards aren't dewarded, and then Ghost Frogs now start positioning dire side, it does unlock Terrorblade's game to sneak back around and occupy this Radiant jungle and get himself a little bit more farm efficiency, start spawning the illusions for mid and for bot lane. J4 is walking back in. Does he have sentries? Is he looking to deward?
Yep.
Yes, he is.
There we go. Yeah. Against Terrorblade, against when you're this far ahead in just the general flow of the game, dewarding your own jungle is actually pretty critical, because this is like the one comeback mechanism.
Milan's hunting. Tech needs to get out of there.
They are not allowing
Forward
Ghost
the Legion. They should be
there
able
it
to
is.
find him. The stun.
And a jewel.
Ice blast getting tossed down.
there-
And there it is. There's the duel.
Excuse me,
They
excuse me,
were-
excuse,
yeah,
excuse
I
me,
was
please.
gonna
Yeah,
say
excuse
they were
me.
blocking each other a little bit there, but yeah,
Yeah.
saving it for the duel.
Politely queuing
Yeah.
and just skipped ahead like,
Can I
thank
get
you.
it front, please? Thank you.
Oh, Muff's courier, though, it does get sniped, and now Muff himself has to run away before he, too, is sniped.
Am I correct in saying that Hippomaniacs should attempt to avoid any kind of confrontation at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much. They are looking to use tier 3s as their kind of biggest friend. Ghost Rogues, their only way of sieging high ground, it's Lycan. Oh, thank you. Yes, amazing. As I talk about Lycan being the only building hitter, we get to see how nearly 8,000 of that is the Lycan. And yeah, that's the main thing. Lycan pokes his head up, hook shot, metamorphosis, they can
Here,
die.
Muff.
Again, not the worst kill. Like,
He's
this
not,
is a
he's not dead yet. He's not
3,
dead yet.
2,
Emphasis on yet.
1. There you go.
All right, fine. Monkey King goes, drops the ulti. Do get the soul bind off, but
Double
the
doom.
double
Doom.
doom does come out, but they don't have any follow-up here. That is the whole
Yeah.
problem, as, Mombos, he's trying. He's got that metamorphosis. Perhaps they take him down once. Peck barely staying alive, but the follow-up
And the
here,
epi.
Toby. Oh, he can't even get the duel off. He can't even get the Thunder off either for this Terrorblade.
Yeah, unfortunately for Hippos, they were fighting into the Aegis there. Maybe without Aegis could be slightly different. It was going to expire in a minute.
Oh dear, Curry.
Oh, ooh!
Ah, Milan's there.
Roller coaster of emotion.
Went through the full human spectrum there, right?
And I guess in this scenario with the Grimstroke Double Doom, it's not so effective against heroes who are very kind of on or off. Lycan, he has ult, he's able to fight, he's active. Monkey King, when ultimate's out, he's active. If you doom them,
Yeah.
it does nothing to them because they're already locked into their kind of biggest presence in the fight. So it's a little bit too late on the Double Doom.
Yeah, the scare ability is gone. Like the potential of like, oh no, we're double do. Like nobody cares. They
Yeah.
just continue fighting, and that's exactly what they did. Even though Crystals was still falling, he was comfortable. He had an Aegis.
And that bleeds into then the tower defense as well, because Ghost Frogs, they will show a little bit of respect here, backing away, but with no meta, with no Doom, with no Soulbind, it does kind of leave some question marks in how they can play aggressive. Ghost Frogs, they lean more towards, okay, you know what, let's not try and give them a way to come back into the game. We get to see it here. You have the Wukong coming in. It's a massive stun, and because of that stun, it offsets the time in which the Soulbind can come in. Tipik then doesn't come into the fight straight away. When it does drop the Doom, it's more of a, I have to use it rather than I want to use it.
All right, Muff is dead. Another Ice Blast typed out here. Tipek will crumble or shatter, or however you want to say it, as Curry now is being chased down by the entirety of this Radiant side.
The old fake back.
Muff just dying back immediately here.
Senny as
And
well.
Senny is also going to fall. Triple kill here for Crystallis. As Mambo, there's not much that he can do at this point. He is the only one alive, and he is going to, unfortunately, give up the dual damage.
There it is.
And there are the G's being